こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we are studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. I'm going to continue with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura. Watashi wa kore o, or essentially, I'll buy this. Of course, she doesn't use the word for buy because it's obvious. So she just stops the sentence at wo. So, じゃあ私はこれをそれもかわいいね。That is also cute. 私もブローチほ欲しかったんで、欲しかったんです。Let's see. Let's see. I also have always wanted a brooch. 私もブローチ欲しかったんです。うん。じゃ私これにしよう。or then I'll decide on this one then, essentially. Yeah, oftentimes you can use sudo as a replacement as like an alias for whatever the verb should be, which is how she's using it. And she has it in volutional form, which implies setting your will to something, essentially. So it's like then I'll decide on this one then. Or okay, I'll take this one, I should say, in English. In English. Pink brooch desu wa ne. It's a pink brooch. Rika-chan Kito niao yo. It it really or it surely does suit you, Rika-chan. Rika-chan, Kito niao yo.
私これにしよう。ピンブローチですわね。リカちゃんきっと似合うよ。
ゲームの音楽 Oh, music. 音楽 So game music.
ケロちゃん、お客さん来てるから降りてきちゃダメよ。
Kero-chan. See, Kero-chan, Okyak-san, kiteru kara.
ケロちゃん、お客さん来てるから降りてきちゃ。
See, Kero-chan, Okyak-san, kiteru kara. Ori, orite, kicha dame yo. So, Kira-chan, guests are here. From that, okay, Kira-chan, guests are here. So if you come down, it will be bad. With this, kicha being shorthand for just the what is the actual word supposed to be? Let's see. Conditional eba. Okay. I believe it's supposed to be from Kireba. Let's see. Explain the grammar of this. Oh, this is not kya, this is cha. That's right. So yeah, this is shortened for kitewa, so okay, so yes. So in other words, more literally like Kira-chan, guests are currently here. From that, uh coming down would be bad, or the last part would be orite kite te wa dame yo, or in this case, shortened to Kira-chan okyaku-san kiteru kara orite kicha dame yo.
ちゃん、お客さん来てるから降りてきちゃダメよ。わかっとるわかっ
とる。わかっとる which is from わかっておる just contracted わかっとる
ケロちゃん、お客さん来てるから降りてきちゃダメよ。わかっとるわかっとる。お手伝いしましょうか。
手伝いしましょうか shall I help?
お手伝いしましょうか。平気、座ってて。お手伝いしましょうか。平気、座ってましょうか。
Heki swatete. So, no. No, it's all right. Sit down. That's strange, though. Why'd they choose that tense? Explain the grammar of this. Why is it not swate? Swaru, yeah, why wouldn't it be Swaru? The form of Swaru, the form is not Swaru because the speaker is not stating the fact that someone sits, but rather giving a command. See, request or suggestion to remain in a seated position, and the te form swate is commonly used to create casual imperatives or to link actions. Adding te to swate te, say a contraction of swate ite, often softens the tone, making it sound more like go ahead and sit. It's okay to sit, which fits naturally with reassuring context of saying heki. Okay, using the dictionary form, swadu would be grammatically incomplete or sound like a blunt robotic statement rather than a natural conversation instruction. Why is the continuous form of swatete used as that implies and something that is active? See, the swatete is indeed a contraction of the continuous form swatete, but in this context it does not emphasize an active, ongoing action in the way the standard English continuous tense often do. Instead, it functions as a state of being or maintained position. Here's the breakdown, okay. Swatu, this is the dictionary form of the verb form meaning to sit. It describes the momentary action of moving from standing to sitting. If you say swatu, it would sound like a command to perform the action and sit down right now, or a statement of fact, like I said, okay. Swate iru, while grammatically continuous with verbs or posture like sit, stand, and lie. Let's see. Okay, while grammatically continuous with verbs of posture like sit, stand, or lie, this form describes the resulting state, meaning to be sitting or to remain seated. So, swateru, while grammatically continuous with verbs of posture like sit, stand, or lie, this form describes the resulting state. It means to be sitting or to remain seated. Swatete, this is the casual te form of swateru, implies being seated or stay seated. Why say it as the resulting state? Let's see. The listener is standing. Why say it as the resulting? Okay. Te form, okay, is off. Te form, okay. The te form ending in te is often used for softening commands, requires the permission. Swate, sit down, focuses on the action. Swatete, stay sitting, keep sitting, focuses on the continuous state. In summary, the continuous form is used because the focus is on maintaining a posture state rather than performing an action. It reassures the listener that the current state sitting is acceptable. Okay, it should be continued. Okay. The listener is standing. Let's see. If the listener is standing, the phrase un heki swatete, okay, would be contextually contradictory unless the speaker is being ironic. Okay. See, if the listener is standing, the natural state would be swate kudasai. Please sit down. Using swatete here would be strange because it literally means keep sitting or stay in the state of sitting, which implies the listener is already sitting. Why not swatu? Even if the listener is standing, swatu is rarely used as a direct command in conversation because it's the dictionary form to sit. It sounds a bit abrupt, robotic, or like a statement of fact. I sit rather than a request. The te form swate is required to make a natural soft command sit down conclusion. If the listener is standing, swate is likely a mistake by the speaker or specific nuance. But go ahead. Let's see. It's likely a mistake by the speaker or a specific nuance meaning go ahead and sit down and stay that way, functioning as an invitation to enter the state of sitting and maintain it. However, standard grammar dictates standing to sitting to swate, so already sitting to stay sitting swate te. Let's see. The continuous form swate te emphasizes the duration of the stay. If the listener is standing, the speaker is simply saying it's fine, go ahead and sit and remain there, treating their act of sitting as the beginning of the state they want the listener to enjoy comfortably rather than a momentary action. So, heki swatete.
ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔。
ごめんね。夕飯前に
しちゃって。お父さんも遅いの。お手伝いしましょうか？平気、座ってて。ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。
Oh yeah, Jama, okay. ごめんね、夕飯前に邪魔。Any questions so far? Okay, so continuing, let's see. ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。So the shichate is from shite shimate. Okay, soごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。Evening meal, dinner, supper. So you Yuhan my knee. Okay, so before. Let's see. Is there any particles missing from this? Okay, so no, okay. So Yume is indeed part of the knee. I mean, Yuhan is indeed part of the knee, so Yuhan my knee, so before evening meal, or before supper. Ojama to trouble, hindrance, intrusion, which notice the kanji, wicked, injustice, wrong, and witch demon. You can think of it as like your troubles are caused by evil spirits, essentially. Ojama. And notice it's a pseudo verb, so we need pseudo here. So we have she chatte. So to end up troubling you. So sorry for ending up troubling you before supper.
座ってて。ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。
ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。
ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。今日お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。
今日はお兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。So today my older brother and father are late, implying that yeah, they're arriving home late today. 今日はお兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。
夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。今日お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。お茶私が
Wait.
今日お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。ごめんね、夕飯前にお邪魔しちゃって。今日
Yes. 遅い okay.
お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。お茶私が入れますね。今日お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いの。お茶私が入れます。
お茶私が入れますね。Let's see. 入れる to put Yeah, ireru to put in. Oh, ireru, is that intransitive? Oh, I see. So in this case, the full sentence would be like, ocha wo watashi ga iremasu ne. Hence why they're using the transitive verb, because it refers to this, but since the whole sentence is about tea, they made sure to say it first. Yes, with tea, when you talk about making tea, you describe it as putting in tea because since you put in a tea packet. That's why they always, when they talk about making tea, they say put in the tea. So, ocha watashi ga iremasu ne.
今日お兄ちゃんもお父さんも遅いな。お茶私が入れますね。ありがとう。わあ、おいしそう。お父さんが
Wa oiso, or wow, it looks delicious. Delicious, yeah. Wa oiso. わあ、おいしそう。
おいしそう。お父さんが作っといてくれたの。一緒に食べよう。おいしそう。お父さん。
See, お父さんが作っといてくれたの一緒に食べよう。お父さんが作る becomes 作って but she said 作っと which implies that this I'd say no oku can sometimes cause a toe thing, but you'd see at least the K in a contraction. And she's never speaking with Kansai Ben so far. Let's see. Explain the grammar of skuttoite, made in advance, prepared before, skuru, to skutte, teoku, to do, to prepare in advance, or in other words, to make with intention, essentially, is what it is, to put in place, making. So skuteoku becomes toku. Okay, and then skutoku. Let's see, skutoku becomes skutoite. Te form of to. Oh. te form of toku. Oh, that's right. If the oku is in its te form, it becomes oite, and oite with scoot te would contract to scutoite. Okay, that's how it comes from. So this is from scute oite or scutoite. See, so see, otosan scutoite kureta. As it kureru to give, so gave, making an advance. As you know, isho ni tabeyo. Let's see. Kureta no. Okay, he did this for me, emphasizing the favor. Okay. Kureta. Okay, past tense. Kureru. No, a sentence ending particle used for normalization or emphasis. It turns the clause, my father made this for me, into a noun phrase. The fact that my father made this for me. Okay, let's see. The fact that my father made this for me, or adds a soft explanatory tone to the statement. Okay, so this is two sentences then. Let's see how she says it.
わあ、美味しそう。お父さんが作っといてくれたの。一緒に食べ。
Yes, okay, she's saying it as two sentences. So, otosan ga scutoite kureta. No. Isho ni tabeyo. So, my father made this for me. Let's enjoy it together. Or shall we enjoy it together?
美味しそう。お父さんが作っといてくれたの。一緒に食べよう。いただきます。いただき。
Itadakimasu. Let's see, itadaku. It would be to receive. Let's see, the exact meaning was, oh, and this is ichido, all present. Okay. Itadaku. To receive, to accept. So accepting or receiving, essentially itadakimasu. Ichigo all together. Okay. Same. So one and then same.
そう。お父さんが作っといてくれたの。一緒に食べよう。いただきます。おいしい。おじさま、本当にお料理お上手ですわね。おいしい。おじさま。
See, Oji-sama, 本当にお料理をお上手ですわね。Or Okay, in English you'd probably say this more as uh your father is a let's see. Let's see. Ryori cooking. Let's see. So yeah, yeah. So you in English you probably say that it says your father is really good or truly good at skillful at cooking or truly good at it. But here she says Oji sama, uh, which it's essentially what while it can mean like grandfather, not grandfather, but let's see, yeah, I believe there's like two different OGs samas if I remember correctly. Let's see, OG sama, yeah, OG with a longer I sound, grandfather, and then here we have OG with just one I, which means sort of like uncle. Now, essentially, there's words that can be used for referring to family members, but they also can be used to refer to just people that would be of that appropriate age relative to them. So, since Sakura-chan's father is essentially of the age that it would be like Tomoyo's grandfather, even though he's not his, I mean, not grandfather, but uncle, even though he's not he's not her actual uncle. You can refer to people if with these words like Oji-sama if they're of the appropriate age to essentially be like that. So they're sort of like age relation type of words. You can actually see it in the definition here as well. Uncle or Mr. Old Man, or essentially uh, someone of a certain age relationship to you in which they essentially. So let's see, Oji-sama, honto ni o ryori o jouzu desu wa ne. And here she's just using cooking in the noun form, not as an actively cooking, but like you're good at cooking in general, for example. Ryori. Okay, so Oji-sama honto ni o ryori o jouzu desu wa ne.
いただきます。おいしい。おじさま、本当にお料理お上手ですわね。可愛いですわ。素敵なお店でしたわね。ちゃんも誘うね。可愛いですわ。
素敵なお店でしたわね. Oh, wonderful. That was a wonderful shop. 素敵なお店でしたわね.
素敵なお店でしたわね。今度なおこちゃんと千春ちゃんも誘うね。 お店でしたわね。
今度、なおこちゃんと、今度、なおこちゃんと、千原ちゃんも、
なおこちゃんと千春ちゃんも誘うね。素敵なお店でしたわね。今度なお
see, Izanao, okay, very interesting. Let's see, Saso to invite, let's see what she says.
かわいい。
I was probably just being confused by the fact that this is involutional tense. Yes, Saso.
ですわ。素敵なお店でしたわね。今度な
Yeah, Kondo Nako-chan to Chihara-chan mo Sasone, or let's invite Naoko-chan and Chihara-chan next time.
素敵なお店でしたわね。今度なおこちゃんと千春ちゃんも誘うね。似合うよ。
Niao yo, it suits you.
千春ちゃんも誘うね。似合うよ。リカちゃん大人っぽくて綺麗だから。似合うよ。リカちゃん大人っぽく
See, Rika-chan otonap, see, oton nap napoku, yeah, napokute, otona napokute, ki, kire da kara. Let's see, I think it's saying like, Rika-chan, you have a mature beauty or something like that. Or more literally, if you look at the words that make it adult-like beauty. Otona poi ish, like, so adult-like essentially. Oh, that's right. This is just how you say list descriptors. The adult-like is not describing the beauty, it's just one of the many descriptors. That's right, when you're using Terraform chaining, that they're independent descriptors of each other when it's just descriptive words. So
リカちゃん大人っぽくて綺麗だから。
リカちゃん大人っぽくて綺麗だから or リカちゃんyou're very mature and beautiful.
似合うよ。リカちゃん大人っぽくて綺麗だからそういうのすごく似合う。
そういうのすごく似合う。Let's see, sugoi. She's like amazing, so amazing like match. Let's see, so you know. I think it's sort of like that said thing or that thing, something like that. I think she's trying to say, so that is a wonderful match. Let's see, so you such okay like that sort of. Let's see, saying that more literally what it is, or to say that, and it translates to something like such, like that, or that sort of thing. Yes, Sugoku. So extreme. Sugoi. Amazing, wonderful. Yeah, so in other words, that sort of thing that sort of thing matches extremely well. But soyu is considered a pre-noun. Why is no after soyu? Soyu no functions as a noun phrase, meaning things like that or that sort of thing. While sugoku niao is a verb phrase, looks really good or on someone or something, or in other words, match as well. The no after soyu is normalizer that turns the preceding descriptive concept into a noun. So, okay, so adverb meaning in such a way. You verb meaning to call, to say, normalizer no, okay. Really, so you translate the thing which is called in such a way. Refers back to the previously mentioned concept, category, or style. Soyu sugoku niaun.
リカちゃん大人っぽくて綺麗だからそういうのすごく似合う。リカちゃん？リカちゃん！リカちゃん！
Doa, let's see, Doa no Nobu wo moasu to, oh, Nobu or knob, okay, Nobu. So doorknob, turning sound or rotating sound. So doornobu wo moasu oto. Door ga isn't that supposed to be aku? Yeah, door ga aku oto. Or hiraku, yeah. Door ga hiraku oto. Yeah, it would make more sense to say hiraku because it's swinging open. But that doesn't make sense. The door was already open. How can there be a door opening sound if the door was already open? See, door ga hiraku oto. Naya, ima, let's see. Okay, Nanya, ima, ikanashi, ikanashi, kado no, kehai ga, let's see, kehai indication sign, let's see, spirit, mind, and distribute. So when you distribute a mood, you're giving an indication, I guess. So, ikinashi. Let's see, Nanya, like, I think that's supposed to be like, what is it, what is it? So, ima, yeah, that's supposed to be ima, not cone. I think it's having trouble because it doesn't understand this word. Yeah, let's see, ikinashi. Let's see, ikinari, suddenly, out of nowhere. Cloud Kado no Kehai, okay. Let's see, it says iki nashi and not ikinari. let's see. But ikinashi is a legitimate, albeit less common variation. Ikinashi versus ikinari. Ikinashi is a dialect or archaic variation of ikinari. It involves a sound change where the final ri in ikinari shifts to shi. This type of shift ri to shi occurs in several Japanese dialects such as Inshuben, Shizuoka, Boshuben, and Chiba, and some Tohoku dialects, and can also appear in older Edo period languages nuanced. In modern standard Japanese, ikinashi is often perceived as a colorful or rustic way of saying ikinari. In context of animes like Card Captor Sakura, it might be used to give the speaker like Kero-chan or Cerberus, who uses Kansai dialect, a more distinct, old-fashioned, or playful tone, mixing Kansai traits with other regional flavors for character effect. Well, if this was used in the Edo period, he's probably a lot older than the Edo period, so... So, ikinari means adverb, or noun. So, fukushi or meishi. So, let's see, abruptly, suddenly, all of a sudden, without warning. And it comes from iku and naru. Yeah, to become is naru, so it becomes from iki and naru, or iku naru, which means like go come. In other words, suddenly something came, essentially. Or go become, so something became go. In other words, something suddenly happened. Ikinari. Nanya. What's going on? What's happening? Okay, so it's more of what's going on when you say Nanya, okay. And or more literally, to be what, essentially. So Nanya, okay. Ikinashi, let's see, Nanya, ima, ikinashi, korao kado no kehai ga. Pudding no nioi, or the smell of pudding. Why no oran toko de. see, maybe this is probably from order 9, most likely. Order 9. Order. To break, to fracture, to break off, to snap off. Okay. To make origami. To interrupt, to end. Okay, that's probably the wrong order. To weave. Order to Oh, this is just the concept and word for to exist. I think it's that one, so. So. Let's see, the smell of pudding, and not even in my presence. Explain the grammar of this. Pudding, okay, no, nioi. Smell or scent, okay. No, let's see, no oran toko de. Oran is a dialectal contraction of inai, meaning not present. Toko is a colloquial contraction of tokoro, place, okay. De, a particle meaning at or in. Let's see, the smell of pudding at the place where they aren't. The smell of pudding, and I'm not there, but okay. Uh, oh, okay. He's basically saying, let's see. Does he pause after he says "Oran"? I wonder. So why no Oran? So I'm not existing, or I'm not at the Tokode, the place. Let's see. The speaker is trying to say they are not at the place with the pudding. What would the full sentence be? Let's see. Standard Japanese would write it as pudding ga aru. Pudding ga aru tokoro ni watashi wa imasen. Full dialect would be pudding no ore toko de. Let's see. Pudding no oru toko de wai wa oran. Hmm. So in other words, it's talking about there's Puddin and he's not there.
なんや今いきなりスクローカードの気配が。ああ、プリンの匂い。ワイのらんとこで。そんなことよりさくらちゃん。
そのことよりさくらちゃんがthat sort of thing is less important than Sakura-chan. Or Sakura-chan is more important than that sort of thing. Or, okay, let's see. Never mind that. What about Sakura-chan? そんなことよりSakura-chanがそんなことよりSakura-chanが
ああ、プリンの匂い。ワイのらんとこで。そんなことよりさくらちゃんが。リカちゃん。リカちゃん。さくら。リカちゃんが。あれは。ソードのカードや。
あれは that sword no card ya. So that's the sword card. If you're wondering that kanji, I believe it's kin. Yes, kin. Sword no card ya.
ソードのカードや。リカちゃんフェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして。
Let's see. Rikecha fencing to let's see. Rika-chan fencing to ka
カードや。リカちゃんフェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして。
let's see. Let's see. Narau, to take lessons. Let's see. So naratte nai is not taking lessons. So she's using the continuous tense, like not only in the past but all the way up to now. She doesn't take fencing lessons, and she's using toka because it has a non-exhaustive list saying that there's probably other things, other types of lessons she's not taking that are relevant to this conversation. Like she doesn't take Kindle lessons. Well, basically, she doesn't take any kind of sword lessons. But since she's using a fencing weapon, Sakura just says fencing. So Rika-chan is not taking fencing lessons or anything else, and then no need the contrasting the situation. She's not taking it. So, but what should I do? What is going on essentially? What's she doing? In other words, like how is she fighting like a master fencer, even though she doesn't take any lessons at all? Like she doesn't take lessons. What should I do though? Oh, no, okay, she's not asking what should I do. Okay, Doshite is like usually in reference to what someone else is doing, how to doing essentially. So in other words, she's saying she's never taken a fencing lesson, so how is she doing this? Is what its question's asking. So, Rika-cha, フェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして？
ソードのカードや。リカちゃんフェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして？ソード10はどうして？ソード
ソード中は So chu, okay. This is the concept and way of doing like suteiyu. So sorokchu. So let's see, as for the said sword. See, sorokchu wa.
カードや。リカちゃんフェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして？ソード10は使う人間が誰でも剣の達人になれるようになっとるからな。フェンシングとか習ってないのにどうして？ソード10は使う人間
See.
が誰でも
Did you say Scounin? Let's see.
ってないのにどうして？ソード10は使う人間が誰でも剣の達人になれる。
Scounin. Let's see. Oh, Scout. Oh, Ningen. Human. Okay. It's made from the kanji for person and the kanji for interval or space. Oh, I never realized that was the kanji for interval space. Okay. The space of a person would be a human being, I guess. so ningen ga. So the using human being ga dare demo so anyone can know tatsujin master expert tatsujin. Let's see, made from accomplished person, so tatsujin. Kin no tatsujin, so a master at using a sword. Nareru, able to become. Now this is the potential form of naru, su. And then yoni, so like. So as for this said sword, okay, the using person let's see, anyone is able to become a master sword user, and then like it, and that whole phrase is put into yo, so so become like a master sword user. Not toru. So that's from natte oru, or nattoru when contracted. So to become able to become like a master sword user. Explain the grammar of this is Kansai-bin. Let's see. Skau ningen. Okay. Person or human. Okay. Dare demo. This means anyone or any person whatsoever. Let's see. Kino Tatsujin. Kino Tatsujin ni. So means master. Let's see. Means sword master. Okay. Ni marks ni marks the result or target of the state of becoming nareru. This is a potential for naru meaning can become. So able to become. Okay. Yoni natoru. Yoni natoru. Okay. Yoni means in order to or so that. See. Okay, natoru is the dialect contraction of nate iru. Okay, meaning is this uh, uh is in the state of or has become. So yoni natoru means is set up so that or is in a state where it allows. Let's see, yoni suru yoni naru indicates purpose or state of arranged for a specific outcome. Here, natoru emphasizes the existing state of the sword, state or design of the sword. So that emphasizes that there are no restrictions on who can use it. Anyone can become a master. Toyumo no wa. Okay. Would be the standard Japanese of Sichun. Okay. 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 Grammar. This is a contraction of Toyu plus mono plus wa. Let's see, actually more precisely, choose a Kansai equivalent to Toyu, and the adding normalizes it, adding emphasis to it like Toyu Monowa. Okay, so as for the thing called sword, let's see, speaking of, right, means Toyu, then why did you say The sword called or known as, okay. So, sword-o-tune means the thing called sword, or what you call a sword. It, I not just say sorta. Why add the Sichun See, adding Sichu instead of just using sorta changes the nuance from a simple topic marker to a definition of essence or general nature. Oh, so he's using it's like saying the said sword. In other words, like he's trying to define the nature of the sword. He's not just talking about the sword. He's defining the nature of the sword. See, soda means this specific word, or as for the sword, it points directly to the object itself. The focus is on the physical item in front of you. Nuance, the sword allows for anyone to become a master. Okay. Sorok chunwa means as for the thing called a sword. Okay. As for what a sword essentially is. Okay. In other words, as for this particular sword is probably the more likely meaning. It abstracts the objects. The speaker is explaining the nature, definition, or inherent quality of swords, or this specific sword as a representation of the concept. The very nature of the sword is such that it allows anyone to become a master. So, let's see. Skau ningen. See, skau ningen ga. Let's see, is dare demo. How is dare demo being used? See, like an adverb, like an object, like a subject. Let's see, data demo functions as a subject of the subordinate clause. Grammatical role, okay. And this, okay, it is the entity performing the action or state of being able to become. While the ga explicitly marks Skau Ningen, the person who uses, okay, as a subject, demo acts as a positive or quantifier that defines which person. It essentially says the person who uses it specifically anyone. Okay. In many analysis, demo itself is treated as a noun, meaning anyone that can stand as the subject of dare demo nareru. Anyone can become. In this specific sentence, it reinforces the skao ningen part of speech indefinite pronoun. It is formed from the interrogative dare, who, and particle demo, even any, okay. It translates to anyone, anybody, or no matter who. It is not an adverb. It does not modify the verb directly, like quickly or freely. Why not an object? If it were the object, it would be marked by well, or the target of an action. I see anyone. Here, anyone is becoming the master, so it's the subject. Okay. So this is sort of like a clause in a sentence. So this is the subject of the inner clause. So the inner clause is, let's see, is dare demo ken no, let's see, dare demo ken no tatsujin ni nareru. So anyone is able to become a master. So dare demo ken no tatsujin ni nareru. And then that whole phrase is used to load the noun yo. So ni is the target of your, says that yo is the target for, so natoru. So natoru is for the noun ningen. So become in the way of anyone is able to become a master. So then, as for the nature of the sword, so it's sort of like more literally like, as for the nature of the sword, anyone is it makes any human become like, okay, as for the nature of the sword, it makes a human being become like anyone able to master a sword. So in other words, you're becoming the able to become a master, anyone able to become a master, essentially. Hence why they use different forms of naru twice in here. So sorok chun wa skao, let's see, skao ningen ga dare demo ken no tatsujin ni nareru you ni nattoru kara na. See, このojo, let's see, kono ojo-chan. So this lady, that's another of basically age-specific word for referring to people. So just like there's Oji-san, this is Ojo-chan. So young girl, young lady. So this young girl, this young lady. Let's see. Kono Ojo-chan no yeah Ishiki. See, so consciousness. Okay, so that's like thought, idea, mind, and this is discriminated, known, right? So shiru, to know. Shiru, to write down, to mention. So together this makes Ishiki, consciousness, becoming aware of, sense. Let's see. So, this lady's consciousness, or kono ojo-chan no ishiki wa ima soro ni notorarete mo torunya. Let's see. This is from Noru. So to get on, this is from the kanji with the word noru, to get on, which in the continuous tense means riding. And then the second one is toru, to take. So when you get on by taking, you're essentially taking over or taking a possession of, or to capturing. And let's see, the tense that this is in is the receptive tense. So notoru. So this is considered its own separate word. So notorarete. So to receive, taking possession of. In other words, she's been possessed. So soro ni, the target of receive, taking possession. In other words, sword possessed her. And then motoran, or motoru. So this young lady's consciousness, as of right now, has already been taken by sword. Well, has been taken by. Okay, this young lady's consciousness has been taken by sword now. So, and then already taken. Why would you say already taken again after that? Explain the grammar of this. Why is motoru on the end? Let's see, motoru is a dialectal contraction of torarete iru. Let's see. Mo torarete iru. Okay. Mo already, toru to take, to seize. Asireru, passive auxiliaries. Auxiliary. Let's see. Turning the verb into is taken, okay. And then iru, the auxiliary verb indicating the continuous state, okay. Full sentence. Kono ojo-chan no let's see. Oh, Ishiki. Ishiki wa ima soru ni, agent of the passive verb. Let's see. No torarete mo torunya is already taken over. Nya, which is no des. Okay. That's the sense, meaning the girl's consciousness is already being taken over by the sword. Doesn't this say that? What does that? Doesn't notorarete say that? What does? Let's see. What does motoru add? You're correct that notorarete only means being taken over, passive voice. It does not inhale me already. The word mo adds the meaning of already. Toru adds the nuance of completed the state or current action. Oh, okay. So I think in this case they're saying the girl's consciousness has been taken over. She's already taken over. Okay, the girl's consciousness has been taken over by sword. She's already taken over. So the first is basically saying like a takeover has occurred, and then the second part of the sentence, which is connected through tab form training, was saying like she's already in the continuous state of being taken. Well, the first part of the sentence didn't have that nuance of already in the continuous state of being taken. It just said she was taken over by sword. So let's see. Kono Ishiki, okay, ima. So, このお嬢ちゃんの意識は今、ソロに乗っ取られて、もう取るんや。
このお嬢ちゃんの意識は今ソードに乗っ取られてもうとるんや。になれるようになっとるからな。このお嬢ちゃんの意識は今ソードに乗っ取られてもうとるんや。そんな
sonna, which I believe is a quick way of saying sonna koto nayo, or uh, that can't be true. Though in this case, she's not literally saying that can't be true. It's more of an expression of saying that it can't be true so that you can say no way, essentially. But more literally, it means that kind of thing cannot exist, or in other words, it can't be true. Abunai, or a danger, or watch out. Now let's see. Yami no chikara wo. Let's see what. Yami no chikara no shime. Hear it again. Oh, himeshi kageyo. Okay. Yami no chikara wo himeshi kageyo. See, Shin no sugata o ware no mae ni shimese. Okay, so Yami, or darkness. Okay. So dark power, Yami no chikaru himeshi. So himeru is to hide, to keep, or to keep to oneself. So, but if I remember correctly, himeshi is an archaic attributive form of that you can use with verbs. So himeshi kagi is essentially saying, so key with the power of darkness hidden in it. So it's describing the key. Let's see. Shin no. See, true, real, genuine. Shin no sugata, so true form. See. Ware no mae, before me. And then, let's see. Shimesu, so to show, to demonstrate, to tell, to point out. So in other words, show your true form before me. So explain the grammar of this. Let's see. Himeshi is archaic, such literary relative clause modifier based on himeru, meaning to hide, to conceal. In classical Japanese, the past realist form shushike of root verbs ends in shi, so himeru becomes himeshi. When used as a relative clause attributive form, in archaic style, the shi form modifies the following now. Thus, himeshi means that which hides or hidden. So, in other words, himeta. Okay, so it's the modern equivalent. So, essentially, a classic or literary way of saying himeta, you say himeshi. So, it's key which hides the power of darkness. Show your true form before me. Yami no chikara o shimeshi kagi yo. That was Shin no, okay, so Shin, okay. Yami no chikara o shimeshi kagi yo Shin no sugata o ware no mae ni shimese.
闇の力を示す鍵よ真の姿を我の前に示せ契約のもと桜が命じるレディ真の姿を我の前に示せ契約のもと桜が
Let's see. Keiyaku no moto Sakura ga.
命じる
Let's see. Meijiru.
姿を我の前に示せ契約の
See, keiyaku, contract, and then moto, origin, source, basis. So, it's probably this moto right here, under. So, in other words, under contract. Let's see, inscriptions, words with. So, yeah, that's right. So, with yeah, so in other words, okay, so yeah, so in other words, if you think of it visually, it's like physically underneath the contract, which makes the more other meaning, saying like you've signed a contract essentially. So keiyaku no moto, and then okay, and then this all describes Sakura. So this is the Sakura that is under contract. Keiyaku no mota. See, meijiru, to order, to command. So the Sakura that is under contract orders. So keiyaku no moto Sakura ga meijiru. See, this kanji comes from pledge, promise, vow, and promise. Okay. Keiyaku no moto Sakura ga meijiru.
闇の力を示す鍵よ真の姿を我の前に示せ契約のもと桜が命じるレディー
Ready or Fuin Kaijo. So Kaijo, termination. So seal, which comes from sealing, and then stamp. Okay. Since seals or stamps were used to do sealings of letters, so fuin. So seal termination. So fuin kaijo. This comes from unravel, explanation, understanding, untie, and then abolish, cancel. Fuin Kaijo. Ready, Su.
を示し鍵よ、真の姿を我の前に示せ。契約のもとさくらが命じる。レディ
The jumpu, and that kanji is Tobe, hop, leap, jumpu. Let's see. Anoken ni atat. Okay, atat. See, Anoken ni atatara. See, that's sword. Let's see. If it hits you or when it hits you. Let's see. Atatari. See, Sharin Narande. Or Sharin Narade. Atatara, okay. Sharin Narade. Yeah, this is just Naranai. See, ataru to be hit, to strike, to be hit, to strike, to touch, to be in contact, to be affixed, to be equivalent to be, to be right on the money, to face, to confront. Basically, hitting something in any sorts of the meaning in English. Ataru. Whether you hit it correctly with a correct guess or get physically hit. Explain the grammar of Anoken ni atarara. If you hit that sword, or if you get hit by that sword, let's see. Sharin narande. Okay. Or dialect version of share. Share ni naranai. Okay. Share, slang for no, it's not. Let's see, share is slang for joke, fun. So share ni naranai, an idiom meaning no joke or not funny, or serious dire consequences. Let's see. This is Kansai bin. let's see, sharin, a contraction of share, let's see, share ni na. Okay. In concept band, the particle ni is often dropped or contracted in casual speech. Let's see, narande. Okay, this is the key concept in Morko. Standard Japanese naranai, okay, to become, okay, naran as negative form, so not becoming dead. Concept in sentence often ends with dead to add emphasis. Okay, so or to explain a reason, similar to because or you know. Okay, it functions like the standard no da or ndes. So sharen narande is share ni naranai no da. Let's see, it is the in sharen from na, ni, or what. The and sharen comes from the particle ni. Let's see. So original phrase share ni naranai. Okay, share joke fun ni particle indicating the result or state become a joke. So naranai negative form. Okay, so contraction process in rapid casual speech, both standard and concept band. The sequence ni plus na often contracts. Ni drops its vowel sound, emerges with the following na, or simply reduces to n. Okay. Would there be a na in this sentence though, or is it just share ni? So would there be a na in this sentence, or is it just share ni? So you're absolutely right to question that. There is no na in the underlying structure of the specific contraction. The in sharen comes directly from the particle ni alone. So ano ken ni attara sharen narande. So if that sword hits you, it's no joke. It would not become a joke, is more literally what it's saying, but it's no joke is how you'd say it in English. Okay, now you'll notice that he uses atara here, because usually what I've noticed usually in the conditional tata form generally more corresponds for when, but that sort of implies an inevitability. So I think tata's being used in the other way that it can be used, where you really want to focus on the conclusion of if it hits you, essentially, because using the conditional eba focuses more on whether the chance can even happen at all. But here he wants to explicitly have the focus on what will happen if the sword hits you. So I think that's the reason why tada is being used, conditional tada is being used instead of the conditional eba. see what it says. Why is the conditional tada being used instead of the conditional eba? See, the conditional tada is used instead of eba here primarily due to nuance in kansai bin speech patterns, specific conditions versus general truth. Tada often implies a specific one-time condition or discovery of a result. See, specific one-time. So, if or when X happens, then Y. It fits warnings about specific future events. If you happen to get hit. See, tada often implies specific one-time conditions or a discovery of a result. See, eba often implies general truths, habitual actions, or logical necessity. If X, then always Y. It sounds more abstract and instructional. In the context of a warning, if you get hit by a sword, it's no joke. Tada feels more natural because it refers to a specific hypothetical incident. So, tada often implies specific one-time conditions or a discovery of a result. I think the discovery of a result is basically their way of saying the when use in English, when this happens. Like when he got home, he watched TV. With the focus being on the result of watching TV and not if the person was going to come home. So eba often implies general truths or habitual actions or logical necessity. Okay, concept and preference. In casual dialect, tada is extremely common and often preferred over eba for conditionals, even in cases where standard Japanese might use either. It flows better with the rhythmic, emphatic nature of the dialect, matching the ending de. A tareba would sound slightly stiffer and more formal sociological compared to the colloquial atatara temporal sequence. Tada can imply after X happens, then Y. The speaker is visualizing the sequence. First, you get hit. Then the situation becomes serious. Eba focuses more on the condition itself rather than the sequence of events. So, atatara is chosen because it sounds more natural for a specific colloquial warning about a future event in concept bin, whereas atareba would sound more like a general rule or a logical statement. So, let's see. In standard Japanese, would the conditional eba be used or the conditional tada? See, in standard Japanese, both tada and eba are grammatically correct, but here, tada is generally more natural for specific contexts. Specific hypothetical event. The sentence warns about a specific one-time incident. If you happen to get hit by that sword, tada is the standard choice for specific conditions where the result follows the action in time. So when it follows it in time, talking about one-time events follows in time, you use tada. Discovery result. Okay. It implies often X happens, the result is Y. Since getting hit is a discrete event leading to a serious consequence, tada fits perfectly. Idiomatic flow. The phrase share ni naranai is no joke. Okay, so the phrase is no joke. Okay. Is a reaction to the specific outcome. Pairing it with tada creates a natural cause and effect flow. If you get hit, then you'll find it's no joke. Okay, so tada gets used for like cause and effect type of flows, one-time events. Okay, eba. General truth conditions. Eba often implies a general rule, habit, or logical necessity. If X is true, then Y is always true. Anoken ni areba, itsumo shire ni naranai. If one gets hit by the sword, it's always no joke. So stiffness. Using atarebe in a casual warning sounds slightly more formal, logical, or abstract, lacking the immediate conversational warning tone of atara. Atara. Conclusion. So in standard Japanese, you would most likely say Anoken ni atara share ni naranai yo. While atareba is not grammatically wrong. Atara is standard natural choice for warning someone about a specific potential accident. Okay, so in summary, all this is basically saying with like one-time events, like more in the moment, like one thing follows another, they tend to use the conditional tada, and for general truths, or to basically have a little like logical sounding to it, you would use the conditional eba. Like with a conditional tada, it sounds more like you're trying to give a quick warning. With a conditional eba, it sounds like you're trying to give off a logical analysis. It's what it sounds like they're saying. So anoken ni attara sha sharen narande, or let's see, if that sword hits you, it's no joke. It's no joke if that sword hits you.
あの剣に当たったらシャレにならんで。あの剣に当たったらシャレにならんで。
Okay, so shitsuman ga arimasu ka? Are there any questions? Okay, if there's no questions, then we're gonna raid, so please stick around for the raid. Yeah, well, why that streamer looks into how to turn on rating, that's fine. So this is who the second raid's gonna be. Let's see, so Karasuke is currently learning a language, so we're gonna rate her. And okay, so okay. Okay, let's see. We're gonna raid Cammy, who's playing. I think he's playing Rebirth. Okay, so Okay, well, I think she's too busy to change her stream settings, so we'll find someone else who we can raid. So we're gonna raid Con TV, who's watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as the last raid. So, 皆さん、お気をつけて、また明日。Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.